Camping alone can be a great way to reconnect with nature, but sometimes the silence of the forest can hide unexpected dangers. A woman decided to spend the night alone at a remote campsite. The crackling fire and the sound of crickets calmed her, but the tranquility was shattered when she noticed a masked figure watching her from among the trees. A shiver ran down her spine as the man simply stood there motionless, a scene from H.P. Lovecraft's horror tales, where the inexplicable lurks in the shadows. Trying to stay calm, she slowly backed away from the fire and entered her tent, quickly locking it. The silence outside was deafening until she heard slow footsteps approaching. Her heart pounded uncontrollably as the masked man began circling the tent, scratching the fabric with a knife. Desperate, she grabbed her phone, but realized there was no signal. With no other option, she needed to flee. The desperate situation recalls the moments of psychological terror described by Stephen King, where the fear of the unknown is palpable. She waited until the man was on the other side of the tent and then bolted out the opposite entrance, running into the darkness of the forest. Zigzagging between the trees, she heard his quick footsteps behind her. With each heavy breath, she thought of her next move. Finally, she found a river and, without hesitation, jumped into the cold water, swimming away. The sound of footsteps disappeared, leaving her exhausted but safe on the opposite bank. Her desperate escape is reminiscent of the intense action scenes in Thomas Harris's The Silence of the Lambs, where every move can mean life or death. The woman continued to run along the riverbank, avoiding returning to the forest. The fear of being followed still dominated her, but she knew she needed to get as far away from the masked man as possible. Every shadow and sound in the forest seemed to be filled with threats, but the determination to survive kept her moving. After hours of fleeing, she spotted a road in the distance. This kind of determination and resilience is echoed in Cheryl Strayed's survival stories in Wild, where inner strength is the key to overcoming challenge. Reaching the road, the woman frantically waved at the first passing car. A couple stopped, and seeing her state of panic, helped her into the car and immediately took her to the nearest police station. During the ride, she recounted her terrifying experience, and the couple assured her she was now safe. Arriving at the police station, she gave a detailed report of the incident to the officers. The sense of relief at finding help echoes the rescue stories in Aaron Ralston's 127 Hours, where help arrives at the most critical moments. The police organized a search in the area where the attack happened, but found no sign of the masked man. They promised to continue the investigation and patrol the region more frequently. The woman, still shaken, was taken to a hospital to check for any physical injuries. However, the emotional trauma would take longer to heal. The recovery and support she received recall the stories of overcoming and healing described by Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning. In the following days, the woman received psychological support to cope with the trauma. She attended therapy sessions that helped her process the fear and anxiety resulting from the sinister encounter. Although the road to recovery was long, she felt grateful to be alive and safe. The experience made her rethink her approach to camping alone. The journey of emotional healing is similar to the descriptions of trauma recovery in Elizabeth Gilbert's Eat, Pray, Love, where introspection leads to healing. Determined to prevent others from experiencing the same nightmare, the woman began sharing her story on online forums and social media groups dedicated to camping and outdoor activities. She offered practical advice on how to protect oneself and what precautions to take when camping alone. Her story quickly gained attention, serving as an important warning to the camping community. The dissemination of knowledge and mutual help are themes present in Joe Simpson's Touching the Void, where survival depends on collaboration and information exchange. Inspired by the positive response she received, the woman decided to write a book detailing her experience and offering safety tips for other outdoor enthusiasts. The book was well received, becoming a valuable resource for many. Her courage and willingness to share her story helped raise awareness about potential dangers and how to avoid them. Transforming a traumatic experience into a helpful guide echoes Malala Yousafzai's efforts in I Am Malala, where personal narrative is used to promote change. The experience left deep marks but also showcased the woman's strength and resilience. She continued to explore nature, but always with a well-established safety plan. Her story served as a constant reminder to campers that, although nature can be beautiful and soothing, it can also hide unexpected dangers. And with that, She inspired many to be better prepared and to protect themselves while enjoying the beauty of the outdoors. The story of resilience and preparation is reminiscent of Bear Grylls' survival narratives, where preparation and adaptation are essential to facing nature's challenges.